Right. My story is no different from that of yours or anyone else. What really differentiates my story is the way I tackled the failures and setbacks. Hi everyone, this is Pavan Kumar, co-founder at 3PM Ventures and partner at F50 Elevate. 3PM Ventures invests into early stage startups, and F50 Elevate is an startup accelerator based out of Bay Area. Before I begin, I want to thank Soil Cups for this great initiative of highlighting the stories of entrepreneurs from different walks of life. These stories not only help to bring out the hidden gems in the society, but it also helps to inspire and motivate quite a few others who are aspiring to do something different and something big and something ambitious in their own life. I compliment Soil Cup for this initiative, and I hope this becomes a great platform to bring together entrepreneurs from across the world and also to others who are in their journey to achieve something big. Well, I have done a couple of startups in the past, and I have spent over 3 decades in the corporate world and have gone through different phases of journey in my own life. But today, I want to speak about my own story, how I really began after facing an immense failure at an early stage in my life when I was in my 10th standard. So let me begin with that story and also highlight a couple of other things which I have discovered over the course of last 30 years. And I hope my experiences will be useful. Well, my story of revival began when I failed miserably in my 10th standard exam. I was the only student in the whole class, who got a second class, even though the exam papers were published in the newspaper. This failure was a huge setback, especially for a class leader, and that too coming from a well-educated family. Facing this failure, I had two choices to make. Either I succumb to it or I do something to revive and leap from that failure. So I did not let this failure depress me. I used it to introspect, identify my own mistakes, shortcomings, and started looking inwards to awaken my true potential. I did not let this failure make me meek or depressed. I used it to introspect, identify my mistakes and shortcomings, and awaken my true potential. Now, this journey of recovering from the failure and looking inwards to identify and be candid with oneself helped me to develop it into a skill, and using that skill I have achieved many things in later parts of my life. Having recovered from that failure, I went on to study engineering. I did 2 startups, and I spent 3 decades in the corporate world in different parts of the world, and I had a very successful career. 3 years back, I chose to leave my last job on my own terms and again plunge back into the startup space, which is so dear to me. Today, I am an investor, advisor, author, and speaker, helping many budding entrepreneurs to create disruptive startups and realize their own dreams in life. I continue to do things of my own choice and things which I always wanted to do to realize my true potential. All this was possible by believing and constantly challenging myself and setting up ambitious goals to achieve. So how did this all happen? Right? My story is no different from that of yours or anyone else. What really differentiates my story is the way I tackled the failures and setbacks, and how I used it to plunge back and do things of my own choice. So when we fail, we feel a victim, unfortunate, unlucky, and deprived, and we tend to get into depression. Immediately we start blaming circumstances, luck, or others for the situation we got into. I mean, this is something all of us go through it. However, the smart and the bold ones recover quickly and start analyzing their own role in getting into these situations, and they start looking inwards, criticizing oneself and trying to figure out the way, the talents and the skills that you have within you to recoup yourself and plunge back into glory. So how do we do this? Once you have a failure, accept it and start analyzing your own shortcomings that led to the failure, and then resolve to make necessary amends and get back on the track to recovery. Overcoming the failure and leaping to a greater heights is just state of mind. It all depends on you, how you resolve, how you plan, how you prepare, and how you work towards the new goal. Going back to my own story, on the first failure, I chose to look inwards to uncover negligence, overconfidence, and lack of hard work with the main reason why I have failed. I chose to be a self-critic, accepted every insult and negative comments that were coming from society, and then took upon it as a challenge to prove everyone wrong. I set on an objective to prove my own worth, worked on a detailed plan, and made relentless efforts to achieve the goals. And eventually, all that helped to regain my confidence and uncover my own inner strengths. This new skill of defying limitations and achieving bigger goals by challenging oneself, by discovering our own inner strengths, led to a dramatic shift in my career, and I have achieved so many things over the past 3 decades. I'm compiling a book called Embracing Ground Zero with my personal experiences of discovering this rare skill which is in every one of us to live a life of our own choice and achieve every goal we tend to aspire. This book will be released in next couple of weeks, and I hope you guys get a chance to read it. If any of you are feeling low, feeling disappointed, feeling depressed, and going through a failure, and if you want to talk to me, please email Pavan at 3pmventures.com. Again, Pavan, Pavan, Pavan at 3pmventures.com, and I'll be happy to chat with you and share some of my own experiences so that those will be useful for you to embark on a new journey in your own life. I hope this chat was useful, and I wish you all very best, and I urge you all to stop thinking that you are limited by circumstances, by the society, or by your own thoughts. Just start looking inwards, identify yourself. That's very, very important. Believe in yourself and identify the hidden skills, talents, and passion within you, and go on a new journey and achieve things of your choice and live a life which you always wanted, and live a life on your own terms. Thank you.